Hello people, welcome to the video. I'm Pete from Pete's Retro Collectibles. You've probably seen this bit before if you've been here before. If you haven't been here before, welcome afresh. I've had 13 new subscribers since the last video. Thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be putting out a what sold during April video later in the week. Just screenshots of what I've sold. Not everything, just the good stuff. Right, I'm going to crack on with what I bought on Sunday. Willow Tree figurine. I don't particularly like these, but I've sold them in the past and made decent money on them. This one cost me £3. They're meant to be like carved wood, but they're resin. And they go from between £8 and £12 for this particular one, sometimes as much as 16. So I'll be looking for something like £10 plus postage, which is what I got for all the last lot. I bought 8 the last time and I sold them all inside a week, so you can't really grumble at buying one for £3. Yeah. Next, I got a Kindle in its little leather pouch, 4th generation. Should just charge it with a USB lead, and the guy threw in a little light, and that was £1. I got this Sony cassette recorder. Well, it's a radio cassette. It's got a nice radio. It's got a mains lead. It's got an aerial, AM, FM. The tape chews up tapes. The tape player. There's something up with the pinch roller, maybe a bit sticky or something, and it's looping around them. There isn't a lot to be done about it. It cost me £4, and that's just what happens in electricals. Sometimes there's something that's just not worth repairing. I could sell it for spares or repair, but I might just leave it in the garage for when I'm like working in the garage. I can listen to the radio. I got another scale extric, and it's another Simpsons one, but it's a different Simpsons one. This is the Simpsons micro scale extric. Can you see my hair? Can you still see me there? £2. It's all there. Haven't tested it yet. I'm going to have a session testing just scale extric. Probably clear out all the tables and the guff that's in the front room, lay them all out on the floor and have a real 8 or 9 year old day, you know? Yeah, that should be fun. I'm going to have to do that. I've tested the mains power on about 3 of them, but I haven't tested all the track and the cars. And I've got 1, 2, 4, I think I might have 5 scale extrics to test and list. So yeah, that's a full day. Right, video games. I'm just going to run them through. Just say that cost £3. It'll sell for 10. Those cost £2 for 5 PS3 Call of Duties. They'll sell for 12 plus postage. And then I bought a load of PS2 games. Now, when I said previously a load of PS2 games like 90 odd for £40, these were a bit more expensive. This lot cost me £20. That's an awful lot to spend on a handful of PS2 games. But that one should go for 7, 10, 12 to 15. That one's not working, and I've cleaned it. It's still not working. It was very scratched. There was a right gouge in it. Such is life. I've got Spyro. That should be a good. He's put £11 on it. There's no way, but it should be decent money. And Ratchet and Clank, and then I've got like various things, including Crash Tag Team Racing, which works. I've tested all these, well fine, apart from the one. And they was 20 quid, but the return on those should be about 70. PlayStation 1 with its remote and its power supply. Well, these only take a power lead actually, and the AV cables. £10. Well, it had a modded disc in it, so I thought it might be modded, and it is. I've tested it on a few modded discs that I've got. I don't know whether it's a selling point, but for a tenner, it'll sell. It'll clean up and sell, no problem at all. Just whether I tell people it's modded is another matter. For some people, it's a detriment. For other people, it's a positive. One other gaming thing was this. It's an action replay disc, miniature disc, as you can see, for the Wii, and it says £2 on it, but she gave me it for £1. Brand new in the box. It also has a USB adapter and a 2 gig card for your cheats and saves. It's got these power saves for Wii games, and that's really all you can say about it. They're quite sought after, and it's brand new, sealed in its box from, I don't know when, 2006 or 7 or something. I did tell you it was £1. I got a dehumidifier. Now, these are pretty common, but they're quite handy. It's got a power supply. They're all exactly the same when you get this shape. Maybe a little bit of change on the sort of graphics up here or something, and the name. But there's about 5 or 6, no, maybe 8 different brands of these. They all sell. This one was £3. Should fetch 15. Yeah, we'll go on with this. I got a beer pump. There we go. It's quite nice. It's missing its little plastic drizzle guide, but they're pretty standard in any pub. You could talk landlord into giving you one. And it's, well, no. When they came to take it out of the pub, they've cut the brass nut, and they're cut into the steel of the mount, which is a bit annoying because it means that whoever comes and gets it has got to clean all that up. Clean it all up with a saw or a hacksaw blade or something, and then put a new one of these on instead of using this one. Why didn't they just use a spanner? That's what they've got the spanners for. Still, what can you do? That was 15. She actually wanted 25 to start, and then she dropped to 20. But I had a look at some of the stuff she had, and I still said 20 is still a bit much. If I was going to put it in my own home and I liked Iyengar lager, then maybe. But I'm not. I just told her straight I'd be reselling it. So I got to throw some other bits in, and she wanted £6 each for these originally, and I talked her into £15 for the main beer pump and £2.50, £5 for the two. They don't have the little plastic brackets that fit on the back of the ceramic hand pump. These are for hand pumped ales, and there's normally she had the ceramic handles as well, but she wanted too much for them. I think they're £8 each. These fit onto the ceramics with a plastic sort of protective bit that holds them in front of the ceramic so it doesn't grate on it or damage it. And that plastic bit on the back isn't in. But it's only literally a sort of rubber gasket that goes round in rubber and a sort of strap with 2 screws that screws into this. This is the main bit, and anybody who's already got one of them ceramic beer pump handles in their beer shed, whatever, man cave, is going to be able to mount those anyway. And anybody who doesn't, wants to mount it on the wall, they can always cut those bits off. You know, it's just a matter of getting your grinder on it. So they were £5 for the two, and I should get somewhere between 5 and 10, maybe even 8 to 10 on each one. Not sure. I'm going to put them down as £15 for the two, and I'm putting this one down as £40 as a sale price. I also got a camera. I got it's a Chinon CM4S film camera, 35mm. You can open the back. I've got to say something here. It's a bit corroded on the back, so I'm going to sell it as spares and repair for the body. But this cost me, what did it cost me? £8 with a lens. And actually, this lens is quite sought after. This lens here is a 50mm prime lens with a 1.9 f-stop, which makes it pretty good actually. So the lens alone is probably worth £10. The body, I'm not sure. I might be able to sell the whole thing together like that, just the body and the lens. It does have a cover, so that's not too bad. This other lens, yeah, it was definitely £8 for the two. Yeah. This was £4 respectively. This is really nice lens actually. And there's no dirt or grime in this. It's really clean, bright, looked after. It's always been in this little bag. Came in a little bag like this. Prince Flex, 200mm telephoto. With a Pentax K mount, so it doesn't have to go onto that Chinon. Well, actually, the lens on the front of the Chinon, the 50mm 1.9 lens, would easily go onto a nice Pentax camera. It probably would actually, because the Pentax cameras are better. So I'm thinking, where did I put it? I put the camera in for £8 without the lens, probably 6 or 7, maybe even 10 for the other lens, and I'm going to go for £12.50 to £15 on that lens. Probably start with £15 and send offers out. I bought 2 pans. Sorry about the noise. Vision. I was surprised when she offered me them at, that's the smaller one, and this is the bigger one. There you go. Really nice and clean actually. Well, they were a little bit dusty. I put them to the dishwasher. They're £3 for the two. So £15 to £18 on the big one, £10 to £12, maybe £15 on the smaller one, plus delivery. And we're talking like £5.99 for that one, maybe £6.99, maybe £7.99 on the big one. I've delivered these before. I never have any trouble getting them to the customer in good nick because it's really strong glass for starters. And the reason I charge £5.99 and £7.99 is because I use a box this size, 47 by 30 by 30, which is 18" by 12 by 12. And I don't cut them down, I don't strap them up, I fill the whole box with packaging to take one of them small ones. And then what I'll do with that is I will bubble wrap it, cardboard it, put it inside another box, newspaper in the box, put that box in the large box, and void fill. And yeah, you don't have any trouble getting there. Xbox One controller. I'm just it's just updated on my Xbox One. And I've got to calibrate it yet. Yeah, I'm just looking at the screen. It's going to be calibrated. There's no back on it. I've ordered one. This cost me £2, which is a very nice price for an Xbox One controller. But yeah, so now that that's working, we're talking 38. Unfortunately, I had to order a black back. This dark blue is really difficult to get a hold of. I got a Panasonic 42, or rather FS42, Lumix, Panasonic, pretty much a standard. I think it's 10.1 megapixels with its battery, no memory card, charger, USB adapter cable. Yeah, that cost £4. I've already listed it for 22 plus postage. I won't unpack it because I've bubble wrapped it inside to make sure it's all safe and sound when it gets there. I got a TV wall bracket. You know, I got one last week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I got another one. This is a nice one. Swivel in, away from the TV wall, so you can move your TV anywhere you like, really. And that was £1. So I'm going to go on and just do a quick summary of the AV stuff I bought. Blu-ray from Samsung. I've tested it this afternoon, it's working fine, and needs a remote. These really don't work without a remote, and anybody who bought it would have to get a remote. The difference is about £15 on retail. So this was a Samsung BD F5100. Last one I sold 6 weeks ago, £32 plus postage. And I bought a remote for that. Remotes on these, £6.50. So, sorry, did I say how much it cost me? I don't think I did. The Samsung cost me £3. So, £9.50 with a remote into £32. I'm quite happy with that. And I don't have to give a discount on that because I know it'll sell at £32. There again, I can start it at 35, send some offers out. Sony, this is a DVP SR90, which is a standard. It needs a remote again, but they're a lot cheaper on these, and actually I think I might have one. I do have one that fits, but it's going into one of those other DVD players. This one is probably 15 quid's worth. For some strange reason, the SR90 is more popular than the 150 and the 170. It is SCART, and it's a little bit different design on the front. A little bit wider as well. Narrower, wider. That's all you can say about it, really. Apart from the fact that it cost, this one cost me £1. Yeah. £1 into 19 with the remote. And the remotes on those are about £4. They look just like this, but they don't say BD on the bottom, they say DVP. That's basically it. Next is a Sony. Guess what? It's a Blu-ray. Blu-ray player, Sony. I'm obsessed, I know. It comes with its remote this time. Working, fully tested this afternoon. This one's called a BDP S370. It's got component video out, RGB, composite. It's got HDMI, coaxial. So basically these can be used for recording from it or listening to music and video, stereo output and HDMI. But it's also got digital stereo outputs. So you can use it for a surround sound or something like that. Or a sound bar, you know. It's also LAN connected to the internet. or you can get a wireless adapter that goes in the LAN connection. This one costs £2 with the remote and should fetch 30. That was a nice one actually. Sanyo Vhs. It's a NICAM stereo VHS and they're quite sought after. These are going for £30 again. This one costs £3 with its remote. It's all working. The head needs cleaning. I couldn't get the tracking to lay down straight on a tape that I knew was good. And so yeah, it's time to take the this metal wraparound case comes off, and it's a sort of plastic and metal chassis underneath, and there's a big roller here which is the head. You just basically got to clean it. It's not difficult to do, it's just a ball ache, but 3 into 30 I'm going to do it. And I also got this. Ah, yeah, I know, I'm obsessed again. Typewriters, right? I'm going to pick them up if I can, one-handed. There you go. Because there's money in them, and I do believe that it's worth preserving this sort of thing. Now this is a nice one. There we go. Remington. Very nice. This is a Remington Rand portable, believe it or not, typewriter. This is a portable. And once you've opened the lid, you can type in the box with the lid open like that. Or there's 2 little clips on the sides, and you can take the whole thing out like that and put it on your desk, and then put it back in your luggage later on. These are mid-50s to 60s. Really nice looking. Open deck. You can see all the arms, strikers or whatever you want to call them. They're all working fine. These little plastic bits are a bit warped. I think they should have been a little bit straighter than that, and I don't know why they're warped. Maybe it's just age, but I've seen lots for sale without them anyway, just like that. It's looking clean underneath. Well, cleanish. I'll still give it a polish and a test, make sure it's all working. I bought this thinking this is another like one to refurbish, but it's actually in good enough nick that it doesn't really need it. It needs a good clean. This one was 15, which is loads more than I normally spend. But obviously it's a historic piece, not just vintage but mid-century, literally. The cheapest real price by somebody who knows what they're doing is about 100, and refurbished, well, you know, you could be charging anything you like really. It works, box is nice. I'm going to give it a real good clean, and I'll be putting it on for maybe 120, 130. The previous proper mid-centuries that I've sold were both Imperials, British made in Leicester, and they both went for, I think one went for 140, one went for 120. So yeah, that's the same sort of age, if not a bit. I think maybe they might have been another 10 years older. Right, it only behooves me to say thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't. But for the people who have subscribed, have you rung the bell? The notification will tell you when I next do a video. My next video is going to be my sales for April. Only the interesting stuff, none of the videos none of the video games, no books, and anything I find boring won't go on. It's for me mainly as a recap, but you're welcome to watch what I've done and the prices I've sold things for. That's the important thing. What you've got to aim for and what's realistic. Okay, thank you again. That's it. I'm going to get some tea and then edit this